We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Two and a throw right away.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Down to the 42, second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
To throw is Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Gino now to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. They wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And Walker with it over the middle. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
On 4th down, here's the option.
And he's going to get the first
That's
down.
going to be a
He covers
touchdown.
up after a pretty good shot there. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Now Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Charbonnet is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Jackson Smith-Njigba with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Hey, man, if you're watching, hit the like button for me, man. Come on, help with the algorithm. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
Hey, good run, bro.
Everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards on the ground.
Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to Nwangu again on first down.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And the Vikings are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. On the toss, here's Nwangu. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down.
Break out completed.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He already had an interception earlier. Now Charles says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back to the score.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the
Breakout
team.
completed.
They have to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Hey, man, appreciate you watching. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Man, early in the morning, man.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jamal Adams.
Monday morning motivation. Hit the fucking light button.
Out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know you're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Tua going to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
Good pass, bro.
9 before he's brought down at the 28.
They kept the receiver in the short
Call
field,
that.
but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they've got it well across the field down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Give left side here for Nwangu. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he drops it in.
He's scared, bro. He's scared.
Continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Good play, bro.
Touchdown grab.
Couldn't get through the
Vikings
grass.
are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
He rifles one.
Good fucking kick,
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Damn.
At the 27-yard line.
Still put it right on.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now a 2nd and 2. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. In motion goes the tight end.
20, TX. Watch it, Oscar.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Vikings 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner? Defeated.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So that changes things. You get
Good
the
fucking
interception,
pick.
and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
21.
That boy don't came back, spotted me 21. 24 unanswered. God damn.
Set now to kick this
Take it
away,
easy,
and
Johnson.
off it goes.
What the fuck?
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pushing through the contact. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking,
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings.
Good move, boy.
Justin Jefferson, 68 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
31. Seahawks 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Check 59, cover.
On second down, it's Walker. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. This is Fant on the short completion. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this is good. He was really kind of pass there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ochinowosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
3rd down and 13.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Escapes the defender, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
Try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes again.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Vikings 38, Seahawks 24.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Hey, we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Oh, Walker showing the power. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something.
Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the gun, it's Tua. Throw left side.
That boy catch everything I see.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Fighting his way through contact. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
86 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On second down, here's Nwangu. Skirts by him at the 35. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so.